epitome of real, the definition of truth. Nikki C and the place to be. Love yourself, know yourself, be true to yourself, and stay fly. Yo, what's good? What's good, y'all? What's good in the hood? I'm chilling. Just came from a wonderful place with wonderful healing. Oh my God, it was phenomenal. I had a phenomenal experience. And I hope you guys been doing good. Hope everybody been all right. I just been chilling, reinventing myself, changing my habits, changing my old habits to new habits, and being accountable. Shit. Being accountable is something hard for people to do. And just because one person wants to be accountable, other people may not want to. That's what I'm learning here. I'm learning that accountability is the worst and hardest thing for someone to do. Most of the time, people like to just point fingers, but never talk about what their part was. Never speak on or consider the part they played. Even if they don't want to tell anyone, you could tell that people don't want to be accountable. But my weekend was about accountability and being accountable for yourself and paying attention to your habits and paying attention to what you do and how you're operating and what is your part that you plan in your life? What do you want to change about yourself? Where are you at now? Where do you want to be? Those are important factors in one's life. Important factors that we should be considering as human beings. But instead, we worried about other people, worried about what we can get out of other people, and worried about how we going to come up off somebody else. And that itself is not cool, because in order to get energy from someone else, you should be also giving energy. It should be reciprocal energy. It should be reciprocated at all times. And if you're not getting anything back from the people you fucking with, you shouldn't be fucking with them. Number one. And there's no way that it will work for anyone, because if you coming off doing the bare minimum and trying to receive all this and all that from somebody, you ain't gonna get it. It ain't gonna work out for you. it will not work out for you. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my bright future, and it's only going to get brighter because I got all the concepts down packed. I know what I'm doing in life. I'm not over here trying to take no kind of ride. I'm putting in a whole bunch of work when it comes to me. And I know I come on here and I talk about myself all the time, but it's better for me to talk about myself for real. That means that I'm the content only in these parts. Hey Silks, what's good? Silks, I sent you a invitation to um your email if you would like to come up. I'll be tripping off people. Everybody want to be a boss, but they not making no kind of boss moves. They don't be making boss moves. But the internet has allowed people to believe that they have authority over other people. It has made them believe that they got some kind of pull in the world. And this is just an illusion. Yeah, you're in control of your controls on your computer and all that, but you're not able to control other people. There's no way you can do that. That's what you can control. And it'd be mighty funny to me that people have a lack of control in their own life, but then want to turn around and control some shit when it comes to other people. It's weird. That's weird shit. That's some weird shit. So I went through a few workshops, a few different workshops that initiated a lot of thought in my mind. It initiated me to think about where I'm at, where I was in the past, where I'm at now, and where I'm trying to go. And for where I'm trying to go, I've covered a lot of ground in that area. And it just lets me see that anything that you want in life, when you work towards it, work hard towards it. Don't think something is going to come overnight because that shit is unreal. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to fall out the sky for you. You literally have to put in all the work, take all the steps you need to take. What's good, Silks? I don't want to act like I'm ignoring you. I just had to get that out.
No, I didn't feel like that. It was great. Great Sunday. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't know. It's not on your end. I gotta fix it over here. Okay.
So I just wanted to say that and put that in the air that I'm someone who saw some shit going on in my own life, and I had to make some changes. And these changes didn't happen in a year, they didn't happen in 2 years, they didn't happen in 3 years, they didn't even happen in 4 years. But I made a little bit of progress every time. I took minor steps towards building something that was going to be worthwhile for me because I had to ask my Heavenly Father what it was that He wanted me to do. What are the things you want me to do? And because I asked that question, a series of things started happening in my life, And the reason why I'm sitting at where I'm sitting right now is because of the obedience and the hard work that went along with it. So I know that if I can do certain things, a lot of people can do this if they wanted to. If they wanted to apply themselves in such a way, they could. But the problem with people is that we never take the time out to heal. We never take time out to heal from all these traumas that we face in life. Every trauma that we face or happens to us, we don't heal. We just try to put a band-aid on it and keep going, and it's not going to help because with trauma comes triggers. And with triggers keeps you held back. Every time you get another trigger, you keep holding yourself back. Every time something triggers you, instead of you getting down to the root of the problem of why you're triggered for that reason. Is this triggering me? What does this stem from? What are the root causes of these issues that I do have? And I recognize I have them. That's the only reason why I went off on these people at the store. That's the reason why I went off on the people at work. This is why I lost my job because I was triggered and I did not handle that situation right. And the reason why I didn't handle the situation right is because I have not healed. I have not healed from past traumas. And it's just so relevant in these times right now while people are suffering from mental health issues. Mental health is a thing that everybody has dealt with. They've dealt with depression, they have dealt with anxiety, they have dealt with stress. But people want to look at these things like they're this minor, they're this nothing, it'll go away. No, you have to take the time to have the self care that you need for yourself because every time you go out into the world and let one of these triggers make you suffer and make you react, then you are affecting other people. You're affecting other people who are innocent that did not know what you've been through. They don't know that you've been through all this stuff and you're still trying to interact with them and do all this stuff with them, but you have not found the healing for yourself. And then you go around hurting other people because you're hurt.
And
And go ahead, Sylvia.
I was just going to add too that people are not realizing that when your mental health is not right and you're dealing with some of these disorders and things like that, you're affecting your physical body as well, particularly with the one that's with stress. That's why you get all these physical diseases and you having heart attacks or people fall and you're dying because you were stressed out or you didn't deal with that pain. It may not even be stress. It could be somebody's words that just didn't agree with your spirit. And instead of you going praying about it to get help that way, so it won't be lingering on and on and on you, you react to it. But yet and still we go to a doctor. I'm not telling people not to go to their doctors. I feel you should go to a doctor or a clinician. What therapist, somebody for the mental you need to go for both parts of you. the mental and the physical one.
Mm-hmm.
But we wait so late until we are start damaging our nerves and other organs and systems in our body.
Mm-hmm. It's sad. And a lot of our people, or a lot of people, not just our people, but a lot of people don't know how to get the help they need. They don't even know that they need help. That's the sad part. They
That
don't
is
know
the
that they
sad
need
part.
help. But I'm gonna say that because I'm one of the people who didn't know I needed all this help. Well, I knew I needed help, but I didn't know the severity or the urgency of the help I needed. And
Okay. Was it because go ahead, you finish what you was gonna say
answer
first.
the question. Let me ask the
No,
question.
I was saying, what did you not? Especially, okay, we go seek out the physical one, or when it hits us physical, that gets we're going right. But with the mental health part, didn't seek out help for that because of the stigmas that's
No,
behind it?
no,
No.
that's not it. That's not why. Because literally, I really didn't know what was wrong with me. I feel like I really didn't know what was that I had this depression like this. I just know. Sometimes I would get in a super sad mood and where I wouldn't want to deal with anybody, or I would just shut down completely. I
Oh,
would
okay.
shut completely down.
No,
And
I was just wondering because a lot of people don't seek out it, and in particular, many people in the Black community don't seek out for it because of the negative and the stigmas behind it, which they working on it and trying to get it better, because there was a lot of things that was done wrong because of these systems that are in place especially when it comes to certain communities and how they deal with mental health.
hmm yeah, our
Like people don't know how or don't even want to when they have a negative energy or negative thought. Same thing. To me, um, when you're having this, they don't they don't want even want to seek out how they could change it into to a more present, a positive state of mind that will be more beneficial for you in the future, even if the future is a minute.
hmm yeah. So my healing, me healing, it started. I want to say it kind of started when I separated from my ex husband. I feel like that's when I started making an effort to get myself okay. Even though I didn't go see anybody or any of that, I did console with God. And, I worked on myself and changing my way of thinking and doing those things. Give me 1 second, Sylvia.
Okay. Going on that what she was saying, there's some questions if Nikki don't mind I would like to ask when she comes back. I hope I can remember. How are y'all this evening? Are y'all having a great, pleasant Sunday? Is things going right? Are you rejoicing in this day? Um, I'm just going by what is scripturally written.
Sylvia,
Yes, ma'am.
can you hold it down for a second? I gotta go do something real quick.
I'll do my best
Okay, thanks.
to try to hold it down. Getting into what we was talking about with the mental health and the trauma that we face. There's a lot of oppression going around. A lot of people don't even know that they're oppressed, and a lot of people don't even know that they mainly mimic the behavior of the oppressor. And we know oppression is not good. There's a lot of things that many people may be concerned about right now, particularly with the food prices going up so high, and just with things are going on many years ago. And I'm hearing it a lot more now on social media when we're having these communications, or yeah, these discussions of what is our obligation in order to make um, ourselves healthier, because we have noticed that a lot of this medication, and I'm not telling people not to take medication. You, first of all, you have to really get to know your body, the physical part of it, the emotional part of it, the spiritual part of it, just your whole body in whole and how it works together, and to figure out, with certain conversations that you have, why is it affecting you in the way that it's affecting you? Why are you getting mad? And why you getting mad that you are angry, where you want to destroy yourself or someone else in the process? Um, why you getting so bothered by a conversation that you're having? And there's a lot of catchphrases that are out now. I'm not telling anybody how their life, but certain one of these, I think these are words that you shouldn't speak. And what comes to your mind and how you speak and behave, whatever had where the thought came, if you could hear the thought, because sometimes people react without a thought. They just react into certain situations in order to make them comfortable. And so it all depends on what you're dealing with, and what is being presented before you, and how are you to respond to so much. But it's so much corruption in this world, and we have tended, and I'm speaking of we because I'm talking about everybody in just in general sense. I'm not talking particularly about what you do, how you do, or you're the ones that are here that are listening. I'm not just talking about uh the individual part of us. I'm talking about, which is important. I don't want you to slide that, because sometimes we get involved in so many things we don't even take the time to give us that self-care. And that's what Nikki was leading in. Even she may present it a little bit differently than what I do, because we're different people. So we may not even use the same words or terminology, but still find out we're coming to the same agreement. So how one may express themselves, another person may not, but you could see that you could come into um, agreement. But if you're If you are abiding by the principles from the Bible and doing everything in your, are you here?
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back because I was losing it. I don't even know what I was saying.
You said something about the Bible though. Go ahead and finish that part.
Well, what I was saying is that um, if you're not living by the principles of the word, and I mean for you to study the word, especially if you're a certain age and you could read. And like I was talking the other day, I don't know who I was talking, but I believe everybody could read. It's a lot of you just not putting the effort towards it. But once you start reading or listening to the audio, you got to do it that way. But I'm saying actually read the words and find the understanding for yourself. Then you'll get a better understanding than instead of you are listening to someone else read and what they had discovered to preach that day according to the Bible scripture that they had built up the message for the day. When you get into that Bible yourself, the Lord will start making it clear to the principles that you need to abide by to live the life that God intended for all of us to live anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because when God created the world, and it created everything when it, which he was creating, and how he divided, and how they describe it scripturally. But according to that, he did that in 6 days, and on the seventh day he rest. So everything that was ever to be made was made. We just reconstructing it to live a different life. And I'm not going to say all man creations are bad because we got accustomed to them now. We got accustomed to a car, or how we travel these days. Some people still fly. Some people travel in a boat. However you travel, um, even though there's some negative side effects that happens, but it don't have it overall. People maintain to still have their safe life. So we have come accustomed to these things as far as housing and everything else. We just don't need to be exploited in all this process. Whatever system that man has created to make it that we come competitive to one another, and because God didn't make us to compete with one another. That's a man's concept of what he thought that what he was doing when he was taking dominion and subduing this world and all the things that he when I say he, I'm talking she too. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about the both of us, and how we contribute to this world. So I was just saying that what we add on, like I said, I'm not trying to be real critical on things because I still use some of these things. And look, they're saying we have a national crisis of homelessness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if the people don't steal the money, because we have a problem here in California with it, um, and use it for the good uses that is used, that's something that's good, okay? But here comes the corruption. The money that is used for people that are suffering from homelessness, they're some people they find a way to limit it that they won't get these resources. And that and I think that's that's man uh however he's being guided. And if you're not being guided in love, you're gonna be doing all this corruption and hurting people and things like that. I don't know what I was saying about the Bible.
It's all good because I gotta actually do this meeting real quick, so I'm gonna probably come back. But at this moment, we've been here for 30 minutes, and I think we said a lot of important things that people need to really tap into.
Right, and 30 minutes is kind of long too.
That's
So
pretty
thank
good
you
enough.
for inviting me and having me up here. I'm coming out of some of the things that I'm in. I know that with all the stress that I have dealt with life and how I made myself sick, in worrying, it has affected my speech and my reading a little bit, how I pronounce words or things or can't pronounce things. So the Lord's going to help me work on that, and I'm going to get that back to where it was one day. So I really appreciate you. And yeah, they could, why do you have to go for hours to give somebody a message? I don't know.
Don't have to. And I just wanted to tap in real quick because I've been gone for a minute. Had a few discrepancies earlier on, but now things are back to normal and we going to do what we got to do. So let's get it. Peace, daily news. And I'm out of here. And I want y'all to love yourself, know yourself, be true to yourself, and stay fly. I'm out. Peace.